everyone, my name is Lam. Welcome to my final presentation. Today I'm going to present to you a case study where I work as a business analyst to develop a solution towards a business problem. So let's get started. My business owner is DJNA. So this is a family-owned manufacturing company. They are spending significantly catering to an increasing number of international clients across the US, Europe, and Asia. So this growth has strained their supply chains operations as only four coordinators manage documentations and communication. So the reliance on manual processes such as Excel files and email has resulted in challenges with accuracy and timely communication. So the situations of DJNA is like a bottleneck problem where the efficiencies creates delays and higher production cost. So this could also explain why DJNA product is quite expensive. Moving to the next part, I want to discuss about the pain points that DJNA is currently facing. First of all, their manual documentation takes up a lot of time. The teams have to spend around 60% of their daily work hours preparing and verifying export documentation. They also have to face the inefficient communications with stakeholders where different time zones take it 1 to 2 days for the emails back and forth. Sometimes the documents attached to the email just get lost in the system and very difficult to locate. They also have to face the inaccuracy in manual documents processing. Even just a little details go wrong will cause a delay for the whole shipment or more serious, a whole cancellation. And last of all, the clients often require consolidated daily report about the movement of their shipment, but DJNA cannot meet the needs for instant updates due to the manual shipment tracking. To fix those pain points, we need to understand the root cause. The root causes of the challenges faced by DJNAs in their supply chain operations are demonstrated in this fishbone diagram. The first one, this lack of automated system or heavy reliance on the manual processes leads to inefficiencies and errors in export documentations and verification. They also lack of centralized communications where the communications with the stakeholders is conducted via disparate method like emails, calls, making the coordinations cumbersome and tend to miscommunications a lot. They also have limited integrations with the transport systems, mean that any shipment information has to be manually entered or checked across multiple platforms. The current systems does not support custom reporting or analytics either, making it very difficult for management to identify the patterns or optimize the operation. One more root cause that we have here is that DJNA is expanding and the existing system and the processes are not scalable to handle the increasing volume of exports and stakeholder interaction. Last but not least, the teams lacks an integrated system for tracking shipments, leading to delays in updates and increased dependency on external tracking platform. With those pain points and the root causes, this is the ACES process of DJNA that I want to run through with you. So as you can see with the current process, it is divided into 3 different stages. So in the first stage, preparation, once the supply chain coordinator receives the shipment details from the sales team, they have to work to track the export documentations and then request for reviewing from the leader of the supply chain team. The leader, after that, have to review the exportations documentations. If it's qualified, then they will send out the confirmations back to the supply chain coordinator. But if not, they will have to request the updates for the documents. So after receiving the feedback, the supply chain coordinators have to check one more time to see if there's any issues. If there's issues, they need to update the documents and then return to the previous step of request for reviewing. If everything is all good, they start to distribute the qualified exportation documentation to the client. So once the clients receive the export documentation, the qualified stage started. They will then need to check the details information to see if everything is all good. They will mark it as qualified. But if it's not, they need to amend the documents themselves. They have to amend the documents themselves to make sure that everything is all good as qualified, and then move on to send the confirmations back to the supply chain coordinator via email. The supply chain coordinator then, after they receive the qualified documentations from the clients, they will start the third stage, which is action. They receive the information, they go ahead and book the shipment, then start monitor the shipment. If it is all good with the delivery, then they will, if the shipment status becomes delivered, they will go and check the delivery. But if it's not, they have to keep monitoring it until the delivery status is in place. So as you can see, this ACES process includes a lot of emails manually back and forth between the supply chain team and the clients, with a lot of manual documentations happening in every stage. And imagine if there's only one mistake happening during each stage, it will cause a delay for the whole shipment, delivery, booking, slot process, and if even more serious, it will cause the whole cancellation. After analyzing the issues and the pain points that DJNA is currently facing, we come up with a solutions where we will develop a custom software system that tailors to DJNA needs. So the system will help to digitalize the export documentation, tracks the shipments, and integrates with various stakeholders. And we call it custom export documentation software, or CDE system. With the adoptions of CDE system, this is the 2P process that we expect the supply chains operations of DJNA would be. We want to make sure that the clients or the stakeholder will take initiatives for their shipment details instead of us have to manually take care of everything from the start and then have to inform them later on. So that's why we put the ball back into the stakeholders' court, where we start with them log into our CDE system and then complete the shipment application form. In the form, it will be our template where we ask the customer to provide all of the required information that needed for the shipments to be started. Then after they submit the form to the system, with the client access on the CDE system, all of the information will be then sent to the CDE system, but with the class access. After they submit the form to the system, all of the information will be uploaded on the same CDE system. And when the staff access to the system with their accessibility, they will receive the shipment applications request in the case. Then supply chain coordinator just needs to review the shipment form and create a case for that shipment. The CDE system also help the supply chain coordinator to generate the export documentations and automatically add all of the related documents into the relevant case. Then when the supply chain coordinator do some actions on the case, it will inform the clients. As you can see, it will be via the case. And one more thing that we need to notice is that because the CDE system is a built-in system that is custom to the needs of the business, so the system will ensure that all documents are compliant with international regulations and specific requirements to different client queries. So once the clients receive the email notification from the supply chain coordinated team via the CDE system, they will need to log into the CDE system with the client access and then review their case. If they were to need to add something or change something, they can edit the applications or leave the comments on the case. Whenever the clients do this, it will trigger notifications on the CDE systems, and supply chain coordinator will receive the email notifications about the client's update. Then they will do the same thing, easy, just log into the system and review the comments. If everything is all good, they can start with the shipment. If not, they can just need to follow whatever the clients commented here to update the information accordingly on the same system. Then once they book the shipments, all of the information will be uploaded on the API, which is the third party that the carrier is using. All the tracking information will be pulled and displayed within the CDE system. So CDE system will be integrated with this API to make sure that the supply chain coordinator and the stakeholder or the clients in this case will be real-time updated by everything that's happening with the shipment case. Then the supply chain coordinator just need to continue to monitor the shipment and delivery. If everything is all good, they can book the slot to pick up the delivered shipments. Otherwise, they can resolve the issues with the carriers and then continue to, and then if everything's all good, start it with the booking. Then they just need to do the final inform the clients via the case. Then the same thing, the client just needs to click on the email notification, log in into CDE system, and check to get the update. So with this 2P process, you can see that it's cut off all of the manual documentations that the supply chain coordinator needs to do at every stage, and it's automatically update the clients every time any change has been made on the case. So it's helped to fasten the process from receiving the shipment details until booking the slot to for delivery of the shipment. Based on the proposed to be process, this is the wireframe of the CDE system that we developed. I will give you a tour through this wireframe for you to have a better understanding of the to be process. So as a client, they will get the link to log in into the CDE system. Then the job is to click to sign in with the client access, enter the email, password, and then click logged in. So this is the dashboard of the client. So we will have a look at the new shipment application. Once they click on the shipment applications, they will have a form for them to fill in. So like we have over here, the time functions for them to edit the times. Then the times will be appear right here. They will have the chance to select the Incoterm that they want and fill in the freight forwarder's information. Once they enter the containers quantity, it will automatically calculate for them right here as well. And they just need to sign the form, enter the date, tick all of the box for declarations, and then click submit. This will be the notifications that they receive after completing the form. And if they want to view the shipment history that they have with DGNA, this is where they will go. Once the client's done with their shipment applications, their cases will be created and it will go to their active cases over here. If they want to make the edit for the application, they click on the edit button and make any changes that they want over here, then just click save and they will receive the update. Now, for the staff perspective, we just need to get the link to log in into CDE system as a staff access. Click logged in, and this will be the dashboard of the staff. Now let's take a look at the specific case. So this will be the user interface page that the staff basically is working on. So if they move into the shipment details sense, they just need to click this one and everything will be moved forward. They just need to do that until the whole bar is completed. If they want to have a look at the client's contact, they can click on here. And then if they want to have a look at the shipment details application, they click on that one, or they can go to the documents over here. So this is the documents automated generation. If they want to generate a commercial invoice for this case, they click on commercial invoice, enter the purchase order number or the case number here, bill report, then the commercial invoice will be generated here for them. They then can just download PDF, edit, or print it out accordingly to the need at the time. After publishing the wireframe with a survey into some communities, here's what we find. So the respondents included a mix of professionals and students aged from 18 to 44. Their job roles vary from engineering and customer service to research and administration to ensure the diverse perspective. So first of all, the initial impressions is very mixed with a leaning towards somewhat positive responses, but the post-use impressions is improved slightly for some users, showing a shift to very positive for one user, as you can see over here. In terms of the user experience, for ease of navigations, it was rated moderately, like average 3 out of 5, and there's a need for more intuitive designs was noted. For the layout intuition, it generally deemed intuitive, though one respondent reported they have challenge on mobile devices. In terms of workflow clarity, the scores range from 2 to 4, indicating varying levels of comfort with the system workflow. And with the automated document generations functions, it is rated between 2 and 5. Some found it useful, but while others needed more clarity on its impact. Some of the insights that I gather over here is that some respondents view as effective in terms of the stakeholder communications. However, most of them flag that there's also potential improvement in terms of usability and integration. Even though minimal technical issues reported, there's one respondent have a problem with the mobile compatibility concern. Overall, satisfaction is averaging 3 out of 5. Respondent expressed potential for further refinement. However, when it comes to the likelihood of recommendations, it scored low to moderate and indicating room for enhancing the system's appeals and reliability. After all the feedback, the respondents also provides some suggestions to improve the system, like you can see over here. So the first one is probably incorporate more visually appealing elements like the color coding. One respondent thinks that it will be good to add the pop-up instruction guides for better onboarding. The other things that is good to enhance the mobile compatibility for broader accessibility. And finally, the things that would be good to consider missing features or workflows that can help to simplify the user interaction. So these insights can serve as a foundation to refine the CDE system to improve the user satisfaction and ensure a more successful adoption. So overall, I think this is very positive feedback, and it can be confirmed that there's room for improvement towards the CDE system for the JNA to solve their business problem. And that's it, the end of my presentations. Thanks so much for listening, and I really hope that you enjoy it.